Okay, all right, let's get started. And thanks everyone for joining this meet. This session is, as we have mentioned, it's purely to giving you some basic tips while you are preparing for your Salesforce interviews and when you are applying for any job. Okay, let me quickly take you through this one. And during this meet, if anybody still have a query, okay, if you are comfortable only in Tamil, you can ask your questions in Tamil. I can reply in Tamil as well as I will let others know in English. Okay, so don't hesitate to ask any questions. Okay, to start with, resume preparation. All of a sudden we are starting directly with the resume preparation, right? I will give you the other tips as well as what are the do's and don'ts we are supposed to follow, not to follow. But to start with, right, we will definitely need a resume. We are not sure when we will come up with a very good opportunity comes in all your way. Okay, always be prepared with your neat resume. Even if you are in the mid of learning or you have completed the learning in 70%, 80%, try to get some time, draft your first resume, no matter of what. Ashok, I have completed only these topics, I still have many things to go, it's still fine. Okay, keep update your resume whenever you are completing the topics. Don't wait for till the last minute, then you took a time take a time and preparing for the resume. When you are planning to prepare a resume, make sure you have these things available in your resume. Your LinkedIn link for sure. If you are a beginner, fresher, you don't have a LinkedIn account with you, so definitely please have a LinkedIn. Just like your Facebook, WhatsApp, sorry, Instagram, you should also have a LinkedIn network like this. You need this LinkedIn profile, especially to keep your professional network. I mean, to have a good network with your professional terms, as well as apply for other opportunities. Guys, please put yourself on mute. So if you have any questions, you can unmute and ask. Okay. Or you can raise your hand and I will, when the question sessions comes up, right, we can have a quick discussion on that. So until then, kindly keep and put yourself on mute. All right. So definitely you should have a LinkedIn account. Don't say that, no, I'm going to wait for till I want to complete all my topics. I want to fully prepared, then I want to create a LinkedIn account. Not like that. LinkedIn is not only the platform to apply for the job, okay? It is the platform of learning as well. If you have a LinkedIn account and try to follow up with pages, there are many pages and many professionals, you can find them, they are relevant to Salesforce. And there are many groups like this. Just like Facebook groups, right? You will come up with many Salesforce groups. You can subscribe and you can join any of these groups. That will give you the good insights as well as updates about what is happening in Salesforce. If you look at my profile and take a look at my connections, close to 500 plus connections and these many followers, most of the time, what I will do, I will simply go to my network. Okay, and I will see, is there any recommendation from LinkedIn? I see, the moment I see the word SFDC or Salesforce or the professional, I will give a connection. I'm not sure who is Kritika, I'm not sure who is Vidya. Okay, so but still LinkedIn has a very good algorithm. That algorithm is written on basis of whatever the profile description you have given about you. In your profile you have given saying that I'm a Salesforce learner or professional, I'm a certified professional, I'm a kind of a person who want to get updates on Salesforce, kind of. You have to prepare your profile in that way so that LinkedIn will automatically will give suggestion about people with similar roles, with similar interest. You can give a random connection, no matter of what. Ashok, I don't know these people who are all. But still you insisting me to give a connection. Give a connection, not a matter. Okay, because it is not a Facebook or Instagram where someone will come to you or going to ping in your chat and they are going to flirt you or doing it. This is a professional network. So please be remember, we are not going to use this like a kind of Facebook or Instagram or WhatsApp. We are going to connect with the professionals who are having similar interests and who are all in the same roles and services. So, okay, what is the advantages of giving this connection? Take a look at my home feed. The moment I click my home, I will be I will be facing the inputs or updates from the Salesforce professional about their achievements, about their updates. Take a look at this. The day I actually start my day with my LinkedIn reading. The things which helps me to keep updated about what is happening in Salesforce. I could not find time to read the blogs or could not find time to go through the trial heads terms to know the all the latest updates. Not all the time you will be get time. A simple scroll will help me to get to know what is happening in my network, what is happening in Salesforce. Okay, you find some of the entrepreneurship things. Maybe this will find suitable. So take a look at this. Manikanda, he is my connection and he is commented on some of his friends' connection. Maybe Ranjesh Kumar, he is not into my connection, but still I'm able to see his post. He has written some triggers, maybe a trigger tips, a list of trigger scenarios. So maybe I can get a chance to take a look into this document. Maybe if I need, I can download and I can use. The moment I come to know, okay, he is a resource person, I will give a connection. So going forward, whenever he do any post, or even I will get a chance to explore his profile. Okay, seems like he's a kind of a resource person who is keep on posting about some technical stuff. Let's go and check his recent activity. Is there anything else that he has posted recently that will helps me to learn? It's an opportunity to learn. That's it. Okay. Then we can come back. See, take a look at this. Salesforce admin interview questions. Obviously these are kind of a resourceful thing, right? So that is how we have to get a good connection and good network. So the moment I connected with Rajneesh, going forward, whenever he posts, I will also get a notification. I will get a chance to read through it. If I'm a kind of a person who is applying for admin opportunities, definitely this is going to help me, right? So having the LinkedIn network is really a key thing in terms of going to help you with your learning, not only for applying for the job, for your learning also. Good LinkedIn profile with good LinkedIn network. So give connections no matter, and maximum you can give connections of 50 to 100 people. Again, LinkedIn has a limitation there. So before giving a connection, make sure the connection which you are going to give is for the proper resource, not just randoming give. Just go and read their profile, what they are, go through their about page, their followers, and what are the things they are following. You can keep follow these pages as well. So that will gives you good insight about whenever there is a updates happening in the sales group. So make sure LinkedIn is the good platform and you are utilizing this as a feed to, the name itself gives it's a feed. It is keep on going to feed you with the Salesforce updates. So even till now, you are not a kind of a people who is using LinkedIn. At least from now on, try to use it maximum. Try to avoid spending time in Facebook or your Instagram. Of course, these are the social media that is going to give you good leisure time. Okay, but as a professional, if you want to keep yourself updated and you are in the urge of should get a good opportunity as well as you want to get a more learning and insights, LinkedIn is the one and very good platform that you can utilize it. Okay, now coming back to your resume preparation, as we discussed, the first thing is having a good LinkedIn profile. So if you have the LinkedIn profile, maybe let me take an example from one of the trainees from AJ Skill Development resume. I think she's also joined here. This is a very neat and very good resume we have come across in the recent times. Okay, maybe, but still she missed LinkedIn link. Okay, let me help you with another one. Okay, let's take example of mine. So here, this is actually, I had to update other things, but still, you see, the very first thing, what I will be having is my email ID, and the next thing is my LinkedIn ID. Okay, what is the advantage of keeping the LinkedIn ID in my resume? Okay, let's take an example of again Jaya. So she is one of the trainees of AJ Skill Development. You can visit her profile. Okay, it's really a very good one. Whatever she has done as a platform development certified administrator ranger, these are some of the things that is going to showcase her profile, showcase what Jaya has been doing. So the cover letter is very sorry, the cover page is very important. So make sure that you have updated with relevant cover letter. And also her name, below that there is a subtitle that has the all the key points. What are the key points here she has mentioned? She is a Salesforce certified developer, administrator, and she knows Apex triggers. Some key points, LWC, and she's a ranger, and 5x super badges. How this is going to helpful if you are going to keep this? Let us assume I am a recruiter. Okay, I am going to search for a developer in Chennai. What I will do, certified Salesforce developer Chennai. I will simply go here as a recruiter. I assume I'm a recruiter. I will simply go here. I search with this keyword. I will search for people. So people who are having the keyword called certified, developer, and Chennai, they will come in my search list. So he has mentioned certified, and he is a developer, and he is also in Chennai. This is how the keywords going to help me. Suppose assume that you are in US or UK, or you are in Texas, California, or Michigan, whatever the location you have. If I am a recruiter, I need a professional and looking for opportunity. Maybe if I want looking for a trained fresher Salesforce. Again, as a recruiter, I will go here, I'll search here, I'll search for people. See, immediate joiner, trained fresher, looking for opportunity. As a recruiter, I will go, I will give a message, or I will give a connection with her, and I will add a note. Hi Anjali, so and so. I'm looking, we have an opening for a trained fresher. Please let me know if you're interested. This is how the recruiters looking for a talents. It is not every day the talents are going after the recruiters and they are requesting for the opportunities. Not like that. They simply search it in LinkedIn. LinkedIn is a platform, is a free platform. Please understand. Naukri and other portals, as a recruiter, if I want to get a profiles and resumes, right, I need to pay for Naukri. Then only they will give me 50 resume, 100 resume. Whereas LinkedIn is an open platform that anyone can connect with anyone, and they can check with them whether they are interested or not. So this one is it's a key thing when you are going to apply for, sorry, you are going to prepare your LinkedIn profile. So suppose as a recruiter, maybe if I am a recruiter, I'm looking for someone from this area, her profile would becomes in the first. This profile will gives me good impression that she has done platform developer 1, administrator, and ranger certification. Then I will also interested to take a look into what and all she has been posted, and how she is getting engaged with her Salesforce stuff. So take a look at that, what she is being sharing so far. She's whatever the learning she has done from Salesforce, she's kept on sharing. And similarly, whatever the achievements she has done on super badges or certification, she keeps posting. The post is not only just to attract others, it also help others to understand the topics. See, it's a mutual thing that for example, if you're a habit of posting a single post every day, obviously you cannot post some random post or copy paste from somewhere. You will read the post, you will understand whether it is right or wrong, or you will be implement this and you will test it. Okay, this is right. If I post this, there won't be any issues. Then you will be posting, right? That will give you a good habit of learning as well. Okay, so on looking at this profile, as a recruiter, I will come to know, okay, she's a kind of enthusiast, like looking forward to learn. But if you look at, okay, and there are many more LinkedIn tips we have already discussed as a separate session for LinkedIn alone. We have taken a session for how effectively you can use LinkedIn alone. So maybe I would request you watch this video. I will post this video link in our Telegram channel. This is almost 22 minutes video that will give you more insight about LinkedIn, because if we start about LinkedIn, right, that itself we need a separate session. So let me help you with this link. I post this link in our group. So definitely go through this LinkedIn tips and make use of it to connect with right professionals in that network, and that will also ultimately help you to land in your dream Salesforce job. Okay. Now coming back to the first slide, LinkedIn link. Make sure you are mentioning your LinkedIn link. Okay, where it is. Okay. And second thing is, make sure you are mentioning your Trailblazer profile. If you're not aware of what is Trailblazer profile, the moment you enrolled with your Trailheads, you signed up for the Trailheads, this profile will be created. That is something you can go log in, log into your Trailhead. Maybe if you log in into your Trailhead, in the profile, you can click and you can go to the profile. You will get this one. This is the link I'm talking about. Why we need to keep this? Every Salesforce professional will have this link. It is important for you to give this link to your employer to showcase your Salesforce learnings as well as certifications. Okay. As an employer, I will go and check what and all you have done, what are the badges you have done so far, and I will also learn about your certifications. I can simply go here and check whether you really certified or not. I can go and check all your certifications here. I can check your what are the super badges you have completed so far, and I can also assess your skills here. Okay. So that is the reason we tell people, don't do trailhead module just for point sake or super badges sake. If you do super badges or trailhead module, maybe copy paste of script or watching some random YouTube videos and come here. As a recruiter, if I want to script you, like I simply go here, I will ask questions on this. Ashok, you have mentioned that you are an advanced Apex specialist. You have completed advanced Apex specialist super badges. And I want to ask you this question. He will be asking questions from the use cases, what you have done, how did you achieve? Definitely they will ask. So don't do super badges or trial heads just for namesake or to earn the points or just getting the badges. Okay. So if you really want to keep that, you please do with proper understanding and then keep it in your profile. At least so far, if you haven't done so far, at least now on, do the super badges with your good understanding. Okay, because these things happened with some of the trainees. They simply do the super badges and they to get some t-shirts or the swags from the Salesforce, because journey to Salesforce program, if they complete, right, they will be giving t-shirts and swags, right, that bottles and all. To get that, they will be sit day and night and they will complete the super badges and they will get the bottles, the bottle worth of 200 rupees or a t-shirt worth of 150 rupees. But during the interview, if they ask question on that, right, he started struggling. He don't have idea. Then obviously, I will not prefer that such kind of people, right? Because if you look at the employers, companies, everyone are very clear about one thing. They're looking for a professionals and they are looking for a candidate having a good learning attitude and having a resourceful person. If you are doing the certifications, if you're doing the super badges for just namesake, that this is not going to helpful for you. Okay. So you should have your trial placer link, and the here comes the important part, technical summary. Any profile you take, they should have the technical summary like this. And this is a kind of a fresher profile. Okay. If you take a look at that here, Whatever she aware of, whatever she has done practice, that is what she has mentioned here. I'm having experience in Apex classes. I know SQL, CSS, administration tasks. So the thing is, it's purely up to you. But make sure you have this section, technical summary, technical skill. Or if you are an experienced professional like me, make sure you're having this professional summary that tells what are the professional experience you got so far. And if you scroll down, the technical summary of what and all you are aware of. You don't know, you no need to keep all this technical summary for 1 pages, 2 pages, 3 pages. Like I know how to create object, I know how to create application. Not needed. The moment you are going to show mention the some extra topic like experience in deployment process to change it like this, which means what? If someone is experienced in deployment, it doesn't mean he don't have experience on how to create object, how to create fields and all, right? Obviously, one who are aware of these basics only, aware of these kind of advanced stuff. So make sure you're not keeping all the topics, what and all you have learned part of your training. Not like that. Try to keep some advanced topics, and if you're not aware of the advanced topic, then you can keep the individual topic like I know process builder, workflow, like that you can keep. And please be aware, whatever you are keeping here, as an employer, as an interviewer, I'm going to ask you question first to ensure whether you have the knowledge on this or not. If you mention that I know profile, I know roles, I will ask you question. Okay, tell me what is the difference between profile and roles, why we need a data security when it comes to Salesforce, how data security helps the business. Likewise, I'm going to ask questions from whatever you have mentioned that you are aware of to ensure, okay, whatever she has mentioned in the resume, she got the knowledge. Seems like she is a trained professional. Then comes the other questions that relevant to the job or the role. Even if you're not able to answer the questions that I'm going to ask you out of the resume, it is absolutely fine for me, because as a candidate who is capable of learning these stuff in the short span of time or in the meantime, okay, I will get that confident. Okay, if I recruit you, you will have a, I mean, you will definitely learn the things and you can deliver. That's the level of confidence you should give to your recruiter. So always when you start talk to the recruiter, you should show the attitude of learning and how you have been learning these things so far. Okay, so technical summary is must in your resume, so make sure you have this. Guys, all these resumes are available in our folder itself. If you're AJ skill development trainee, go to your Salesforce material folder, then interview preparation, then you go sample resumes. You have resumes with career gap, resumes with experience, resumes with freshers, and you have other resumes. There are many sample resumes available. You can make use of any of the resumes, and don't please copy paste. Okay, just take a look at that what they have mentioned and try to add your own lines, own script. Use script your own resume. Don't copy paste from the internet, or don't copy paste from these sample. Take a look at the format, how they have been given, and if you like that format, maybe you can take use of it. But I'm not going to give the job for your designs or colors, what you are going to do. I'm going to give a job only on the simple things that I'm going to explain. As a recruiter, I'm keen on your technical summary and your achievements. If you are a certified professional, make sure you are keeping the logo like this, and you can also mention here. Or if you are a ranger, maybe you don't have a certification with you, okay, but you are a ranger, or you don't have a ranger with you, but you still have a super badges with you, like Ashok, I have completed super badges and all. You can take these logos, super badges logo, right? You can take this logo. Maybe let me open image in new tab. You can take this logo and you can keep it in your profile, and you can mention the same in the achievements, like I'm a security specialist, I have completed these super badges. Okay, see, the thing is, at the end of the day, this is not just a resume. Maybe you can consider this as a pamphlet that you're going to sell yourself. Whenever a product being introduced into the market, the companies used to do advertisement, right? They used to do advertisement. They used to, maybe if it is a local product, they will be sending a pamphlets to the doors saying that this is my product. This product has all the features. If you buy this product, it will be helpful because it has all the features. Ditto for your resume, because at the end of the day, we are going to sell ourselves in the job market. As a Salesforce developer, you have to showcase your skill. Hey, hi, recruiter, I'm so and so, I'm having all these skills with me. You hire me or you take me to the interview, I will prove my skill. That's the kind of thing should showcase in your resume. Okay, so that is something as a recruiter, I will be keen on to want to look into it. So make sure you have a technical summary and make sure you have these achievements and other things. You can keep as it is, your education, your past experience. Even if you are a trainee from AG skill development, you can mention the mock projects, what and all we have given for you to practice. You can very well mention here. Even if you look at the trainees profiles, right? Some of the freshers or cross-trained resources, what they will do, they will keep like this. Let me show you. We go to AJ skill development and go to people. As you see, as an academy, as a training academy, we are reaching many people, and almost most of the recruiters are aware of AJ skill development. They are providing training on Salesforce. I'm talking about Pan India. Okay. So what actually they are doing, they simply come to this page, they go to people section. There they will start find the people or trainee who are all getting training from AJ skill development. So if you look at here, I could see his profile here. The reason is in his profile, he has mentioned that he is a Salesforce developer at AJ Skill Development or trainee intern as a AJ Skill Development, like this. Something they have mentioned as a training. So what I will do as a recruiter, as I already aware of AJ Skill Development and how we are doing the training and model and all, because we have been talking to a lot of recruiters on the daily basis. They simply go to this candidate, they will look into their profile. Okay, they will look into their activity, like what and all the badges and all he has completed. Okay, okay, he has completed these things and all. Then I will want to give a try with him. Let's message him to see whether he is available for interview or not, whether he has completed all the topics or not. Okay, so it is, that's the reason I'm to keep on telling that it is important to keep post in the LinkedIn about your achievements, your learnings and all. That will helps you to draw the attention of the recruiters. Maybe if you are a fresher attending this session or watching this video, in your profile, right, at least update that you are a Salesforce trainee in AT skill level, so that your profile will come in this people section, and the trainers also can reach you whenever they are looking for a trained professionals. Okay, don't worry. This is one thing. Another thing, okay, certification detail, mock projects and actual projects, roles and response. Maybe if you are a experienced professional like me, or you can keep your project profile like this. You don't need to disclose the client name and all. If you look at here, I just mentioned leading US insurer, leading UK finance management. You can mention the technology you work for, you mention the period and your role and the roles and responsibility. It is very important. See, as if you are going to appear for any interview with some experience, they will definitely ask you this question. This is not for freshers. This is for experienced people who are going to appear for a Salesforce interview. Day to day, what are the works you are going to do? I mean, what you will do? You start the day, how you will start your day? What are the works you do? What are the meetings you attend? What is your roles and responsibilities? See, I understand that you have this technical knowledge and all. You got this technical knowledge and all. Okay, fine. But how, as a professional, you help your organization? What are the roles and responsibilities you have taken? I want to learn more about that, because you're not a fresher. You said you are an experienced candidate. I want to know more about that as well. So make sure your resume sound like the same and it should have the roles and responsibilities. Okay. So definitely a resume should have a LinkedIn link, Trailblazer link, your certification logos or your super badges logo, your technical summary, and your working experience and project profile. Even if you are a AJ skill development trainee, you can very well mention this project profile like that blood support application, ABC home appliance application, or we have three sample projects too, right, in the folder like let me show you. So these projects, real-time projects, if you're doing e-commerce, insurance, or manufacturing projects, you can also mention this as part of my training. I'm given with the case study about a manufacturing project. This is the project all about, project description, and what you have implemented in the project. That is also you can mention and you can see. At the end of the day, I just want you to keep only what you learned and what you know and what you have experienced only in your resume. No need to keep any fake thing, because if you keep something, maybe you never worked on deployment, but you are keeping in your profile that you worked in deployment, I will ask question on that. It's simple. The moment if I ask question and if you don't know, it is a kind of an embarrassing moment for you, right? So don't do that. Whatever you know, keep that alone in your resume. It is fine. Okay. These are some of the things we just want to highlight on the resume preparation. If anybody have any questions in resume preparation, please make a note of it. We are not going to get into the discussion right now itself. Right now, please listen and make a note of all your queries. We will be having a dedicated 30 minutes question and answer session where you can ask all the queries subject to all the topics we are going to discuss, and you can get it clarified. Okay, fine. Moving on to the next one, the source of opportunities. As I mentioned earlier, LinkedIn is the best source for your Salesforce opportunities. Maybe as I have already told that you can visit that YouTube link to get more insight about LinkedIn, but let me show you or demonstrate you a simple one. Maybe if you're a Salesforce trying to fresher looking for opportunity, right? Salesforce fresher. You click the keyword and you'll see a lot of options. Search for jobs. We are getting sales management. Salesforce find. You will be coming up with suggestions and jobs to apply for, and you can also search for the post. Salesforce tried. Okay, it is coming up with my find jobs. Posted by So you can also search for the jobs in LinkedIn. Go with post. You will also get post like this. And if you multiple openings for Salesforce, Salesforce fresher 2021, 2022, job openings, career opportunities, click here. It will redirect to their company careers. So make use of the LinkedIn and you will find a lot of opportunities with job application for Salesforce developer fresher 2020, 2021 passed out, 22 passed out. Okay. And one more thing, what we will do if we come across such openings, right? We just copy the link to the paste and we also follow this post. I mean, as an academy, I'm telling you, and we also post it in this job opening group. This is how we get the source of information and we post it here. So if you are a AJ skill development trainee, please enable notifications for this group. job opening. If you're looking for a job openings and if you need a opportunity, we keep post the opportunities we come across in this, and we also keep post the important Salesforce questions and some Salesforce tips as well. So if you haven't enabled the notification, maybe you're missing the notification that we are keep on posting in this group. And also we are keep on posting the tips as well as. So make sure you have you are part of this Salesforce job openings Telegram group, and you are also enabled notification. We keep post about openings and all, as well as we keep post about the tips and all. So make use of this. So again, LinkedIn is the best platform. So please make use of this platform to search for your relevant opportunities by fresher or experience, or by your Chennai, Pune, your by location. If you want to get that right, you can make use of it. Okay, so again, these guys keep on hiring freshers, Salesforce fresher job 2021 batch. Okay, next one we'll see. Update your latest resume in Naukri and other job portals. Obviously, this is a very typical one. Naukri.com. So if you're not aware what is this Naukri.com, this is for within India. About other countries, you should have a local job portals. Please log in and register here. Okay, so that you will come up with a lot of job opportunities. Okay, if I want to apply for this job, right, I will go here and there is apply button. If the moment I click apply, my profile with Naukri will automatically send to this recruiter who has posted this. Okay, and then I will be keep getting a calls and other things. So, and you can also go to Naukri.com and search for your location, search with your location, maybe Salesforce. If you're a fresher, search with fresher opportunity, just Salesforce. You will have filter options here. Okay, if you based on the experience level, you can check 0 to 3 years, the executive. Okay, first you can click on apply. That's it. So Naukri is not only Naukri, there are many job portal like this, like Times Now, Times. Naukri, LinkedIn, Indeed. Okay, so create a profile in this portals and apply for the job. Download the application rather than using the laptops and computer. Download the Naukri and the Indeed application. That will help you to apply for the job then and there, and that will give you notification about the job applications as well. Another thing is frequent job search in Google. You simply go to Google, Salesforce freshers job in India or in Chennai. Just do some random search like this. The Google itself will help you with a lot of openings from other portals like this. Maybe based on your location, UK, US, please do it. Okay, it is a very simple thing, but not many people are doing this. You can apply on the respective portal and you can also get the opportunity. But the question is when you should apply. Okay, if you are a beginner and you are just started learning Salesforce, okay, don't do this applying for opportunities immediately, because the moment you apply for the opportunities, definitely the recruiter will come back and ask you. The thing is, they have a lot of opportunities for you. Okay, when they are coming back to you, make sure you are fully prepared. If you are not fully prepared to appear for a Salesforce interview, don't do all these things. Just, of course, getting into the job is very crucial for everyone. Everybody in need of job. They want a good monetary benefits. They want to get a settled life. Of course, I agree. But before you are completing these topics. If you're applying for Salesforce administration, Salesforce development, right? Make sure you got these topics and you know all this topic. You know what is what. If I ask you what is CRM, what is Salesforce, you should know. You should tell me a good explanation. If I ask you what is asynchronous Apex, what are the best practices you follow, what are the interfaces you use, tell me. And if I ask you to share the screen and write a script on asynchronous Apex, you should be in a position to write. Same applicable for test class, Apex Trigger. Okay. Ignore about the last three. Visual Force page or a component integration, not needed for a beginner. Maybe if you want to appear as a cross-trained professional, or you want to appear as a 1 year, 2 year, 3 year experienced professional, you should know these basics. I will be sharing this slide also in the group. Okay. Take a look at these topics. It is important for every individual to know all these topics to appear as for a Salesforce admin as well as Salesforce development role. But before preparing these topics itself or implementing these topics, if you appear for any interview, the recruiter will go on or pass on with other candidate, because these are the fundamentals when it comes to Salesforce job. My intention is not just hire you or not just reject you. My intention is I'm looking for some guy. If I assume I'm a tech lead, okay, I will be given responsibility of hiring you. If I'm hiring you, they are going to post you with me, they are going to post you under me, or you're going to work along with me. Okay. In that case, I want someone to help me, to help my project to finish it earlier, to help me to reduce my work burden. Okay. Okay. Literally, I'm looking for somebody who can help me. It is not like I'm going to give you opportunity, I'm going to give you the things and all. It doesn't mean like that. If you don't have these things, right, obviously if I hire you, I'm the one going to get struggle. I'm having 10 people who don't have idea about sandbox deployment, who don't have idea of Apex Trigger. What will happen? Ultimately, I should do all the work. If you are not doing the work, you are my junior, and I should take care of you. That is my responsibility. If you don't know how to write a trigger or how to write Apex class, I will try to help you with samples and examples. That is the maximum I can do. I cannot do your job. What if you are not doing the job? Ultimately, that's my responsibility. I have to do that, right? Considering all these things in mind, I will recruit only people having this knowledge and capable of writing these scripts. If you don't have this knowledge and if you don't have the capability writing the scripts on or implementing this topic, I won't hire you. During the interview, they will simply ask you to share your screen and they will give some use cases. Just like in AJ skill development, we are giving use cases, right? They will be giving you the use cases. They will ask you to write a script or demonstrate your skill. If you can demonstrate your skill, yes, I know process builder, I know Lightning Pro, see, this is how I implement, they will recruit you. Okay. So applying for the opportunity is important, but not at the early stages of your learning. Okay. So make a note of it. Okay. Here, I just take a small break. Okay. I want, we have our trainees who are recently got placed and who are currently working for other MNCs. Let me call there one by one. I just want them to give their interview, maybe interview tips on that, because rather than I'm talking for a long time and just giving a boredom, let me call one by one. We have Panni Selvam, Sasikumar. Let me see who else joined with me. Anupriya, Divya. Okay, okay. All right, good. So guys, we'll go one by one. Okay. Maybe let me go with Sasi Kumar. Sasi, are you available? Sasi, you there?
Yes, no, I am available.
Super. Maybe Sasi, are you comfortable in joining in a video meet?
Yeah, sure.
Super. Okay. All right. So Sasi, please, you can, if you want, you can share your screen, or please turn on your video. We just want to hear from you about your learning experience. I mean, how did you started learning, and what are the tips you want to give to others? And you have recently you got placed in United Techno, right? The company.
Yeah, yes.
Okay. We just want you to give some tips to others so that it helps for everyone. Over to you, Sasi, please.
Yeah, okay. Hi everyone. I am Sasimar Muthusamy. I am from Karur. I have done my training in Salesforce from the AJSD skill development. I have done the training for the last 4 months, and I have gone through the topics the admin topics. I have covered mostly. I have covered all the admin topics which were given in AJSD skill development. And apart from that, in development, I have gone through Apex and triggers, and apart from that, asynchronous Apex. Then I have started learning about LWCs. After completing my asynchronous Apex, I have started applying for interviews. While I was working on the LWC itself, I have got an offer from an United Techno Info Systems, which is in Chennai. And then I have been working as a Salesforce developer in United Techno.
Good, Sasi. Sasi, could you please tell me what are the questions you have faced during the interview and how many rounds it was?
It was about 3 rounds.
Hmm.
In most of the MNCs, they will be asking, they will give us a trigger scenario, and they asked us to work on the trigger to complete the trigger scenarios. This will be the maximum companies used to are giving the first round of interview. Then it will be the second round will be the based on the trigger scenario which we have done. Then it will be based on the second round will be what is what questions from Salesforce admin and development.
Okay. Do you remember any questions? Just maybe one or two questions from the what is what? Maybe they asked and you got struggled between little bit.
A little bit in the sense they asked for LWCs, but I am not sure that I said that just now I have started learning, so I am not full know about
Mhm.
Salesforce. And apart from that, the questions which are available in the Salesforce AJSD Salesforce questions, this will be the maximum questions will be asked in the interviews.
Okay.
Apart from that, there will be no more complicated questions will not be there, and
Okay.
most of the questions will be from the data security.
Hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Do you remember any one question from the data security they asked?
The question which I couldn't able to answer is we can from the data security we can able to whether we can able to remove the user from it, or we can the difference between parse and remove the user from. So I couldn't able to remember that.
Okay. Maybe they ask like, can we delete the user from Salesforce or we can only freeze it?
And one
Hmm.
more question from that itself, we can able to remove. Sorry, what to say that we cannot remove the user, but we can able to. For
Deactivate them.
sometimes we can able to make
Hmm.
the users from without logging. அந்த கொஸ்டின் வந்து எனக்கு அந்த இது நான் ட்ரை பண்ணல, அதனால வந்து அது தெரியல.
That's fine. Maybe answer to your question is we cannot delete the user. Once you create the user in Salesforce, we cannot delete the user. Maybe we can deactivate them. If we
Yeah,
deactivate them, right,
and one more
they
option
cannot
is
log in.
available to deactivate. In the sense இப்போ ஒரு ஒன் வீக்கு மட்டும் அவர் வந்து இது பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் வந்து அவருக்கு ஆக்சஸ் தர மாதிரி அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு ஆப்ஷன் இருக்கு.
We can freeze him, I believe.
Yes. We can freeze it.
Freeze now. And the word
Okay. Cool, Sasi. But maybe you can tell about your background. How did you come across these things? Like, actually, you are from a different background, right?
I'm from mechanical.
Ah.
I have 2 years of work experience in mechanical as a CNC operator.
Okay. You worked as a mechanical engineer, as a CNC operator. How come you know about Salesforce?
A person who is in our village has recommended me to go for Salesforce, and he is in Infosys, and he is in another domain. He said that Salesforce is grooming well, so that he suggested me to go for Salesforce at the time of lockdown.
Okay.
At
Good.
the time of lockdown.
I should have asked this question first. Tell about your background, Sasi. Like, where are you from? Which village or which town you're from?
Yeah, okay. I am Sasimar Muthusamy. I am from Karur. We are 4 members, and we are doing agriculture. Agriculture is the main business which we are doing.
It is a proper Karur town or anywhere nearby any village?
It's apart from near from Karur.
Okay, the village name, you can name it.
Rameswarapatti.
Rameshwarapatti. So the candidate from Rameshwarapatti learned Salesforce, now working for MNC, right? Good. That is a very proud thing, Sasi. This is what not many people do, and they have quite a lack of awareness on Salesforce thing. I agree. See,
And
mechanic.
not my MNCs also, they some of them did not remember what is Salesforce. They are asking about what is whether it's a sales or when I say it's a Salesforce in the sense whether you have to sell something. These are the questions I have been from the
Okay.
sales from the IT industry itself. They have been.
Okay. The people who are already into IT itself don't have an idea on about Salesforce and the magnitude of its growth, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They are
And
asking
Sasi,
about
how about the recruiters? I mean, your recruiters are fully aware that you are a candidate from mechanical engineering and having 2 years of mechanical engineering experience, and they hired you, right?
Yes, no. As I mentioned in the resume itself, I have entered my past experience as a CNC operator in the mechanical zone. Then they asked me why you are switching from Salesforce to mechanical to Salesforce. That too, why you are switching to Salesforce? They have asked.
What did you answer?
Most of the interviews they have been asking this the same question.
Okay, okay. What was your answer? What did you answer to them?
I said that at the time of pandemic, I have no work. Since I have worked in a mechanical, I couldn't be able to bring the CNC machine to my home, so that I have been wasting my time. So that near my colleague said that why are you wasting time in lockdown by sitting simply and doing agriculture? So just go on study something and go for IT related industry. It will be perform well. So that I decided to switch my career to sales now and stopped working as a mechanical engineer.
Good. So that's a genuine answer. See, guys, this is what the recruiters don't mind in hiring people. We don't need to keep any fake experience here, because as long as we are having a technical knowledge, we don't have to keep any fake experience here, and they are going to assess our current knowledge. Even if you put in your resume, I'm having 2 years, 4 years, 5 years of experience, just because you are having some experience within the paper or in the resume, they are not going to hire us. They are going to hire us only after, like Sasi did, 2 rounds, 3 rounds of technical interview only. They are going to hire us, right? That's nice. That's really nice, Sasi. Anything you want to tell to the audience or the people who are currently learning Salesforce?
I'm not such a kind person to so it's based on their talents and their performance now. What they put on their effort, and that will make their performance now.
Okay, all right, fine.
Hello,
Yeah.
Ashok.
Hello. Yes.
Ashok, this is Arun.
Yes, Arun.
Can I have a doubt? Can I ask to Shashi?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, Shashi, this is Arun.
Sir, your voice is breaking.
Yeah, this is Arun, Shashi. Good morning.
Yes. Hi, Arun.
Did you completed any certification? Have you mentioned any certification in your resume? Like while you enter?
Still now I haven't learned LWCs too. I have just completed Apex triggers and asynchronous. That's it. I haven't gone through any admin or development certificates.
Yeah, okay. That's what my question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Arun. Okay. Anyway, thank you, Sasi. One last question, Sasi. I just want to get this feedback actually. Like, how do you feel that this training model, how it helped you? Because it is not a typical training model where a trainer will come daily and teach on the board or give you any lectures like this, right? And even you attended our classroom training where we never used to come and sit along with you to teach everything alongside it. The training model is mostly you have to watch the video, understand the concept.
Yes, no, it's entirely different. In the college, they will come and sit nearby us and they will teach us. But in here, we are if we couldn't understand the topics, if we rewind the topics and if we see again, if we couldn't understand something, we can able to view for some more times until we are
Get the proper understanding.
if you are rewind and see the concept, it will be more clear. That will be the most issue.
Okay. I just want to hear some feedback about AJ skill development training that we have provided for you.
It's a wonderful opportunity. First, I would like to thank yourself for giving me this offer to as an AJSD student, and only that I can able to hear from it.
Okay, fine. But actually, we are really proud of Sasi, who comes from Karur, from that village, from the agriculture background. He learned Salesforce on his own. And one more thing is the thing which we liked very much from the Sasi is he constantly trying to improve his English and communication skill. I could see a lot of difference from the day one you joined in AJSD Mailaduthurai branch, and I mean in terms of your English, I'm saying I see a lot of changes and very good improvements. I see. I'm really happy when I talk about this. Right, I'm actually getting a goosebump. I'm really very excited and happy to get you on this board, and the way you are getting communicating, right? I could see that confidence, and that's really nice to see. That's the thing. I want you, and I wish you to grow and reach more heights in the future.
Yeah,
Thanks for
sure.
joining
Thanks,
with us.
thank you so much.
All right, Pa. You can turn off your video. Thank you, Sisi.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah. So answer to one of the questions, Arun. See, not only for Arun, this is for everyone. In fact, very recently we have did a small video on that. See, so when it comes to certifications, right? Certification is not mandatory for any freshers or beginners applying for Salesforce opportunities. Please, once again, I repeat, if you are appearing as a cross-trained professional and or if you are appearing as a fresher or beginner, not necessary if you are within India. Again, you have to underline the word within India. The scenario is entirely different when you go for Canada, US, UK, Australia, where they request even the freshers to complete the certification. Maybe one of the resume I used to I share here, right? Jaya's resume. She's from Canada. She has completed PD1 and PD2, PD1 and admin certification, because in Canada and other areas, right, apart from India, they request for certification, but not in India. But if you are a senior, or you are already working in IT, or you are already working in Salesforce, definitely as a professional, you should have a certification, because that certification will help you to improve your profile, salary, and all the things in high. Okay, fine. Maybe let me take a moment to invite another AJSD trainee to share their feedback and share their interview experience with us. We have Paneer Selvam with us. Hi, Paneer Selvam, you there?
Yeah, hello, sir.
Hey, hi, Paneer Selvam. Paneer Selvam, you can maybe if you're interested, you can turn on the video, and we just want to see you. And we want you to speak about your interview experience.
Yeah, but I'm really sorry about I don't have a webcam. So
okay, you don't have that, no problem, Paneer.
Yeah,
maybe you can share your interview experience with us.
Yeah, sir. Yeah. So hi everyone, good morning to all. So I hope everyone doing well. So before I talk about how I prepare interview preparation, I want to tell about me. So I am a recent graduate, 21 pass out, and I am a fresher. I completed my graduation in computer science. So I am also studied in at skill development. So currently I am working at Cloudbase as a Salesforce developer. I placed recently. So here I am not come to say you should follow these methods. Then only you will get a job. So just I have come to talk about how I prepared myself for interviews and what are the methods I followed. Maybe it will use for you. So okay. So step one. So I'm going to the stepwise. So step one. First impression is the best impression. So make a neat resume. So what are the topics you are covered in Salesforce? Mention in that your resume. Because நீங்க உங்களுக்கு தெரியாத டாபிக்ஸ் வந்து நீங்க வந்து ரெஸ்யூம்ல வந்து மென்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது அதை பத்தி அந்த ரெக்ரூட்டர்ஸ் உங்கள்கிட்ட கேள்வி கேட்கும்போது அதை பத்தி உங்களுக்கு தெரியாது. ஸோ டோன்ட் மென்ஷன் எனி அதர் டோன்ட் த டாபிக்ஸ் யூ நோ அபவுட் வெல். ஸோ ஸ்டெப் 2, good profile in LinkedIn. So I got a lot of opening posts from LinkedIn. So I use LinkedIn. So I use mostly LinkedIn only. So I make a lot of connections in the LinkedIn who are all sharing Salesforce or who are HR in the company. And I followed some Salesforce oriented companies. Why I'm saying this? Then only you will get a lot of posts from the recruiters. ஸோ நம்ம வந்துட்டு இந்த லிங்க்டின்லாம் வந்து லைக் ஒரு ஃபேஸ்புக் ஒரு இல்லை ஒரு லிங்க் இன்ஸ்டாகிராம் அது மாதிரி நம்ம யூஸ் பண்ணாங்க. ஸோ டெய்லி வந்துட்டு நம்ம லிங்க்டினை பார்க்க பார்க்க தான் நமக்கு நிறையா போஸ்ட் வரும். அதே மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் நம்ம கனெக்ஷன் கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ திஸ் ஃபார் தமிழ் பீப்புள். ஸோ தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் நம்ம வந்து கனெக்ஷன் கொடுக்கணும். ஸோ தெரியாதவங்களாம் நம்ம கனெக்ஷன் கொடுக்க தேவையில்லை அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் நமக்கு நிறைய போஸ்ட் வராது. ஸோ போஸ்ட் வராதப்போ நம்ம என்ன பண்ணணும், நம்மளால நிறைய பேருக்கு நம்மளால ஜாபும் அப்ளை பண்ண முடியாது. ஸோ அட் ஏ ஸ்டார்டிங் பாயிண்ட் நானும் ரொம்ப கம்மியாக தான் கனெக்ஷன் வச்சிருந்தேன் ஸோ லிங்க்டின்ல. ஸோ நான் அதை வந்துட்டு நான் வந்து தெரிஞ்சவங்களுக்கு மட்டும் நானும் கனெக்ஷன் கொடுப்பேன். ஏஜெஸ்டி டெவலப்மெண்ட் ட்ரைனிங்க்கு மட்டும் நான் கனெக்ஷன் இருந்தேன். அதே மாதிரி கனெக்ஷன் வந்தால் மட்டும் நான் அக்செப்ட் பண்ணுறேன் அந்த மாதிரி ஸ்டேஜில் இருந்தேன். ஸோ அப்போதைக்கு எனக்கு பார்த்தா கனெக்ஷன் போஸ்ட்லாம் ரொம்ப கம்மியாகும். நீங்கள் சசிகுமார் எடுத்துக்கிட்டிங்கன்னா ஸோ அவர் அப்பயே பார்த்தீங்கன்னா அவ்வளோ கனெக்ஷன்ஸ் வச்சிருப்பாரு. ஸோ அவரோட கனெக்ஷன்ஸ்குள்ள போய் பார்த்தோம்னா அவ்வளோ ரெக்ரூட்டர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க, ஹச்ஆர்ஸ் இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ எல்லாருமே பார்த்தோம்னா அந்த ஹியரிங் சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸ் எடுக்கிறவங்களா இருப்பாங்க. ஸோ அவர் அப்பையிலேருந்தே நிறைய கனெக்ஷன்ஸ், யார் யார் ஹச்ஆரா இருக்காங்க, யார் யார் ஹியரிங், யார் சேல்ஸ்ஃபோர்ஸை ஹியரிங் பண்ணுறாங்க. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி கனெக்ஷன்ஸ் வச்சு அவர் அப்பயே நிறைய இதுக்கு அப்ளை பண்ணிட்டு இருப்பார். நான் அப்பெல்லாம் பார்த்துட்டு ஓகே இவர் வந்து அப்ளை பண்ணிட்டே இருக்காரு, இவருக்கு எப்படி இவருக்கு மட்டும் போஸ்ட் வந்துட்டே இருக்கு, அப்போதைக்கு எனக்கு போஸ்டே வரல அப்படின்னு நான் யோசிச்சிருக்கேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் தான் ஓகே கனெக்ஷன்ஸ் நம்ம நிறைய மேக் பண்ணா நமக்கும் வந்து ஸோ போஸ்டர்ஸ் நிறையா வரும். அந்த இது நான் தெரிஞ்சுக்கிட்டேன், கற்றுக்கிட்டேன். ஸோ தென் நெக்ஸ்ட் and I created notepad for interview questions. I noticed every question asked in the interviews. So after I complete an interview, I try to find those questions answers. So some questions will ask interviews repeatedly, like what is profile, what is role. So I mark those questions as important. And before I'm going to attend the interview, I will study the important questions thoroughly. So really it was easy to clear interview. ஸோ நான் வந்துட்டு ஒரு நோட் பண்ண மாதிரி சின்னதாக ஒரு நோட் பண்ண மாதிரி போட்டுட்டு நான் அட்டன் பண்ண இது வரைக்கும் கிட்டத்தட்ட நான் ஒரு 5 கம்பெனி இன்டர்வியூ அட்டன் பண்ணிட்டேன். ஸோ அதில் அட்டன் பண்ண எல்லா கொஸ்டின்ஸையும் நான் A to Z அவங்க என்னென்ன கேள்வி கேட்டாங்க ஞாபகம் இருக்கு எல்லாத்தையும் நான் நோட் பண்ணிடுறேன். நோட் பண்ணிட்டு நெக்ஸ்ட் பார்த்தோம்னா அதே கொஸ்டின்ஸ் ஒரு சில கம்பெனிலே அடுத்தடுத்து கேட்பாங்க. ஸோ அந்த கொஸ்டின்ஸ்லாம் நான் என்ன பண்ணிட்டேன், இம்பார்ட்டண்டாக ஸ்டார்ட் போட்டுட்டே வந்தேன். ஸோ நான் என்ன பண்ணேன், அடுத்த நாளைக்கு ஐ ஹேவ் இன்டர்வியூ ஆர் டுமாரோ. So just I'm going to go through the important question only. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம பண்ணும்போது நமக்கு வந்து இன்டர்வியூ கிளியர் பண்ணுறதுக்கு ரொம்ப ஈஸியாக இருக்கும். ஸோ த நெக்ஸ்ட் ஒன், ஸோ இன் டெவலப்மெண்ட் ட்ரிகர் இஸ் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் டாபிக்ஸ். ஸோ எல்லா கொஸ்டின் எல்லா இன்டர்வியூ நீங்கள் போகும்போது பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இன்டர்வியூ வந்து ட்ரிகரில் தான் எழுத சொல்லுவாங்க மெயினாக வந்து. ஸோ எவ்ரி ஒன் லாஸ்ட் say to write a simple trigger. The question may be like write a trigger whenever account is created, contact also create for that account. So then SOQL query is important. They should tell write a simple SOQL query, retrieve a account record and its related contact records. So next, study well our interview preparation question in our drive. It have 40 pages. Once you completed the 40 pages, you can attend any interview. So in my experience, 95% questions came from that question bank. So finally, so that's all about me. So how I prepare and how I face interviews. So thank you everyone. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, Ashok. So for inviting me, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Panir, and
Do you have any questions?
yes.
You can ask.
Okay, right. So thank you, Panir. Thank you for sharing your interview experience and the way you have prepared. Maybe we have a participant here. Hi, Hussain. Do you have any question, Hussain, to Panir Selvam?
Yeah. Hi, Ashok. Hi, Panir Selvam.
Hi.
Actually, I want to know how you prepared the entire process, how you covered the topic, because even I prepare for interview. I cover some topics, but due to my work and something or the other, I miss time. Sometimes I miss days. 1 or 2 days. Again, it gives blank for me. Like how you do that? Like how you like keep that in mind every time? This is what, like, you understand, right? What I'm trying to ask you.
Yeah, I understand. So just you ask how I prefer the topics and how I cover. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah. So I did 3 months offline training at Mailadurai. So the remaining 3 months I did online training. So at the offline training, I go into so let's use paid. So when we come to I came to the offline training. I am also go to slow. Because there are a lot of trouble disturbance in our home, so we cannot yeah, we cannot go the same space. So sometimes we had a work in phone. So make sure, but you should complete the every topics. What are the topics in mandatory? So you can see in the screen. So in my experience, the first those are all topics are very important for a fresher. Even if fresher, you are a fresher. Even you are a fresher, you should cover those all topics. And the end integration or a component, visual component is not mandatory for a fresher. But if you know about those topics, your preference is first for the interview. So you should cover those all topics. And data security is most important topic in Salesforce, because everyone did not ask what in data security. They will give us some scenario like they will give some scenario this time how you set your or which preference you will give, so like that. So that's all. Any question?
Okay, maybe let me. I can help you in this area, Hussein. Your question is
Okay.
like, obviously you are preparing one topic today. Let's take example. You are preparing on Apex trigger today, but you unfortunately you get a small break. Then again you have to start prepare on the other one. The continuity is missing for you, and that's the reason you are not able to complete this topic, right?
Exactly.
Okay. See, this is not only for you, this is for everyone, even for experienced professional or people who completed training now into the job. The thing is, if you want to have some change, this is not only applicable for Salesforce. This is a kind of a formula I've been follow for the last few years, and that works with me very well. If you're looking for a change, and if you want to bring some change in your daily routine, as well as you are looking for some progress, but you're not able to make the progress due to other commitments and other engagements you have, the once you wake up. Once you wake up, you're not sure. Once you wake up, right, the time is not with you. Your mom or dad will give you some work, or your employer will give some other work, extra work. It won't go as we planned. If you want to have a good progress, if you want to show some progress, start your day with what you want to be. If you want to become a Salesforce developer, start your day with Salesforce. If you want to become a good entrepreneur, start your day with entrepreneurship. Start your day. Start your day is the formula here. Because if you are wake up by 6 o'clock every day, your rest of the family members or employees also wake up by 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock. So what happens before 6? Okay. Just try to wake up 1 hour or 2 hour earlier. Okay. And start your day. Because if you are assume that in your family everybody waking up by 7 o'clock, and along even you, and try to you wake up by 6 o'clock morning or 5:30 in the morning, you got 1.5 hours without any disturbances. You woke up and you start work, the rest of the world is already sleeping. Nobody can disturb. No SMS, no calls, no messages, and even no disturbances from girlfriends, wife, or no one. It is only you and your focused goal in front of you. That solid 1 hour will give you a very good progress, rather than you spending a 10 hours with the disturbances in the rest of the day. If this is for everyone, if you want to have a good progress and you want to become something, you start your day with saying before rest of the world waking up. Okay. Try this one, and this worked for me. This worked for many of our trainees who were asked me the similar question. They tried. The only difficulty is waking up early in the morning. But if you have a habit of waking up early in the morning, at least for a 5 days, 6 days, right? Automatically that will become your cycle. You don't need an alarm. At least for the next 5 days or 7 days, you keep an alarm for 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock, that 1 hour before your actual time. And the very next week, right? You don't need an alarm. You will automatically wake up in the same cycle. And again, at the same time, try to go to bed as early as possible. Don't wake up till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock with mobile in hand. Especially if you have mobile in hand and you are going go to sleep with mobile in your hand, right? Obviously, we keep on browsing, on watching video, watching Netflix or anything. Maybe you think that if I go to bed by 12 o'clock after watching this movie, then I will get 4 hours or 6 hours sleep, then I can wake up. It's not like that. That's mobile screen time. It will with you for next 2 hours, which means it will take at least 2 hours or 3 hours for you to go to deep sleep. That deep sleep is very important for you to wake up early. If you're going to bed by 12 o'clock after watching all the videos and all, you go to sleep by deep sleep by 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, which means what? You cannot wake up by 5 or 6 o'clock. You will wake up by 7 and 8. So try to go to bed as early and stop the screening time, that mobile screen time or laptop screen time, at least 1 hour before you go to bed. That will help you to go to deep sleep earlier, and you can also wake up earlier. Because unfortunately, we are in the smartphone era, and we have a free internet, Wi-Fi, internet, all those things with us. Obviously, we are getting a cheap, we are getting a movies and all at a cheap rate, not expensive, and we don't need to go to theaters and all. And we are getting a lot of YouTube videos, friends videos, WhatsApp share, everything. What it is doing, it is consuming our precious time. We may think that the social media and the videos, YouTubes and all, it is coming at the free rate. It is coming as a free of cost. It's not free of cost. It is at the cost of your time. So try to, I cannot say, and I could not say that avoid social medias, avoid all those things. Not like that, because even I'm using that. I could not say that I'm using smartphone. But what I'm saying is, avoid using social medias, watching videos, mobile screening, laptop screening, or TV screening at least 1 hour before your bedtime. Your bedtime is 10 o'clock. Stop using all these gadgets at least 1 hour before. You go to bed, you go to deep sleep, then the time is yours. You can plan and you can make the progress. Because most of the people keep on giving the same complaints and they're having the same issues, which means, Ashok, I'm not able to recollect what I have learned yesterday, and I'm not able to do the things on my continuity. See, you can see only progress when you have a continuity. If you need a continuity, you should have a proper bedtime, proper deep sleep. If you have a deep sleep, there is a lot of chances you can wake up early and rest of the world is sleeping. You can make some progress that 1 hour every day, one solid hour. Think about 1 month, 30 hours of solid study. We have a scheme called 45 days of learning. Okay. Within 45 days, it is possible to complete all the topics what you see in the slide. It is possible, provided you spend a solid 45 hours in learning. It don't need, because it doesn't mean 45 days, it is 45 hours. Because if you start to learning these things after 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock in the daytime, people will come, interrupt, SMS will come, interrupt, your friend will call, interrupt, or employer will call, interrupt. You will not get that continuity here. If you get the focused continuity, focused learning, right, it is enough. So that is the thing. That is not, we cannot get help from others. It is only you. We have to work out and we have to schedule this. Unfortunately, we cannot get that kind of liberty once the rest of the world wake up. Our time is not with us. It is about the other external factors going to decide what we have to do, the external pressure and other things. So the best formula I can give you, which is actually working out really well for me as well as others. Okay. Wake up early, start your day with what you want to become. Okay. Maybe it looks like a long speech. Okay. But this is the truth. See, one point of time in my life, I used to handle social activities. I used to handle my family. I used to handle my employments. I worked for an employer, and I used to handle my training as well. It's being a kind of a 3 years journey. Do you think it is possible if I do this as a single man? Not at all, right? But I did it. Thing is, the sales, service, training, website development, topics development, case study, everything is did it on my own in my initial days. How did I do it? I follow this thing. I start everything with my day. I start my day with Salesforce. I start my day with whatever I want to do for the rest of the day. Because once the day start, the time or the day, it is not yours. It is someone else who is going to drive you. So make sure, maybe you try this formula. This is for everyone. You can try this formula. That will definitely helps you with better thing. Try this for at least a week. You will see the difference. Okay, we started with the interview tips, but I'm not sure how this kind of tips going to help you. Give a try. It will definitely work it out. Got it?
Thank you, Ashok. This makes sense. Start your day with what you want to be. This makes sense. Nice. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Hussein. All right. It is already, we passed 8. Let me just help you with the rest of the tips. And we have 2 more. Our trainees also want to speak with us. This is an important point I want to highlight for, especially for the freshers. Okay. They're making a lot of mistakes on this one. Email etiquette. Okay. Maybe let me share you some of the emails we receive. This is how we receive the emails. Whenever I post a job opportunities from AJ Skill Development, or if I post opportunities for other employees, this is what the email we get. No subject, no cover letter, nothing in the attachment. Even sometimes the attachment also not able to open. Assume that there is a LinkedIn post. They're asking for a fresher 2021 passer, only administrator. Such a nice opportunity, and you are applying for the opportunity with this kind of email. Do you think the employer or the recruiter will read your email? There is no option. As a recruiter, it is not my work is not only read only your email. Per day I will be getting hundreds of emails. Okay, to be honest, I'm also a human being. I don't have time to read all the emails. If I'm desperately looking for a candidate and having a hell a lot of openings, yes, I will do that. But if there is an opening which is very limited, okay, and you are sending an email like that, I will simply skip it. If there is a candidate who don't have a basic email etiquette and who don't know write a basic line of email body, obviously I assume that he is unfit for a software job. You don't know how to write an email, then how I can recruit you and I can put you as a client facing resource. See, today we are living in an era where everybody looking for a ready-made thing. 5 minutes instant delivery, 5 minutes instant cooking, everything instant. In the same way, companies also works. They don't have a time in recruiting you and teaching you all the soft skill basics, emails and everything, then putting you into the job. They don't have a time. There are already people who speak good English, who write good English and know all the email etiquette. I will hire the person and I will give whatever the pay he asks for. Okay, just because you are coming, I will recruit you. I will give you all the training for 3 months and 4 months, and I spend nearly 1 lakh for your training. Then I prepare you as a solid productive resource. I have to wait for 3 to 4 months for you to completely prepare. I don't have time for that. Sorry. Because Salesforce are being used by a lot of implementation partners. They are kind of a small business. Okay. But they give you good salary. Don't worry. But they are small business and they don't have time for teaching you all these basics and all. You have to learn all this. Maybe you can, there are a lot of videos available for email etiquette. You can watch that. How to write a good email for the recruiter, how to keep a subject, how to keep a email body, cover letter. If I'm sending the resume, how to do that. These are the soft skills you should learn and you should know before applying for any opportunity. Even once you get into this organization, you need to write a lot of emails. There are a lot of free videos available, right? In YouTube, Tamil, English, and all the other languages. Go and watch it and get the proper email etiquette. Here, I'm not going to teach you how to write email and all. Okay. I'm just giving you the instructions and the guidance. Email etiquette is a serious thing. You have to do this, but maybe I can highlight few points. you should definitely have a subject. Maybe I will show some good, decent email we have received. Okay. So this email, actually, I missed the subject. It will have a subject like applying for Salesforce trained job. Because as a recruiter, I have been keep posting many opportunity, right? You should have a subject for what is the purpose of email. Applying for Salesforce trained fresher. Then a neat email body. I cannot say this is a very perfect one, but this is actually far better than this one. This one. It is telling about I'm so and so, I'm a fresher. I saw your post in LinkedIn. I saw your post in Telegram and applying for this position. And this is my resume. That is very neat, right? The moment I saw that, okay, this is the guy, he applied for the so position. Okay, download that resume and put it in the folder. I will do that. And when you upload the resume, make sure your attachment have this terms like your name and the role for which you are applying for and your years of experience. Maybe if I'm applying for any opportunity, I will keep like Ashok, senior Salesforce developer, 8 years experience. Maybe if you are a fresher, Muttu, Salesforce trying to fresher, 6 months, 2 months. Okay, please do that. Another thing, maybe I can tell you is use this free app called Grammarly app. Maybe let me demonstrate this one. See, this is my email. Suppose I'm going to send this to someone, right? If I write this, if I write this, you see the suggestions I'm getting. I'm actually using an app called Grammarly app, which is also a free one. The paid version also available. You can search like Grammarly. Okay. Here I'm not promoting any product, but this is a free online thing. You can download this extension, and that extension you can install here, Grammarly for Chrome. Once you install, it will helps you to, and you can also download this application in your Windows phone, sorry, laptop. So the moment I write any email and all, it will give me error like this, and it will correct my thing. I want for a job, apply again. So most of the time, it will help me to correct my mistakes. Okay. So how to write an email, what and all you have to follow. Email etiquette itself, a 1 hour, 2 hour session. You can find a lot of good YouTube videos in the internet. You can watch that and you can get the tips. But my intention is whenever you sending an email, make sure you're having a subject, you're writing an email cover, you're having an email signature with your name, at least your phone number, minimum, a very bare minimum. Then if you're going to attach, make sure you're attaching the PDF documentation. Don't attach any PPT or JPEG or Word document, because PDF is the kind of a stuff everybody will be having. So any system can read and give you. Attach the PDF. Okay. And the other thing is double check before sending an email. Don't never and ever write any email on hurry. If you do that, right, most of the time it will go, we will do mistake. Write an email, because you cannot undo the actions, right? Write an email, have a email body, attachment and everything. Once again, double check what and all you have written, whether it is right or wrong. Have I done any grammatical mistake? Use this app, Grammarly app kind of stuff. Make sure everything is perfect, then send an email. Never and never do that. And for God's sake, please don't do this. Without subject, without attachment name, without email body. If you simply send email, then as a recruiter, I will think that, okay, this candidate is not serious about his job opportunity. He might not need a job. Maybe that is why he's so lethargic in sending this email. If you look at this email, it has no subject. It has only a copy paste template here. And don't copy paste the email template to like this. Respect, sir. Kindly find my attached resume for your reference. Regards, Jay Bharat. What is this? For what job you have applied for? I'm a recruiter hiring for hundreds of openings for my company. For what job you have applied for? I don't know about you. I don't have time to open your resume, then take a look at it into, wow, okay, for this only you have applied. Please don't do that. Not all the people will have the time to read through all your emails. Try to attract if you want to attract the recruiters, make sure you have a proper subject, proper body, and make sure your resume also resume name also sound like that, not like final Ashok AJSD. I used to send resumes like that. I have done the similar mistakes. But when I am become a recruiter, now I understand the pain of recruiters. They don't have all the time to read all your emails and respond. And don't keep sending them an email asking for, okay, what is the update? What is the update? What is the update? If there is update, they will reach you for sure. Okay, you leave it. Okay, send a resume. If you get a call, it is fine. Then move on. If we keep on asking, right, one point of time, they'll come and tell, if I'm having an update, I will tell you. Simple. Maybe at least one follow-up, it is fine. Keep sending a follow-up, there is no use. When you are sending an email like this, definitely you are not going to get any response. Okay, it is not about the attitude. It's all about they don't have a time to do that. So don't do that. So this is one thing we want to highlight when it comes to email etiquette. Another thing, okay, same resume for all the job. I see this kind of activity not from the fresher, from the experienced professional. Every job will have their job description. You go and apply for any job, they will have a job description. The job descriptions are nothing but like this. Maybe let me show you. This is what I'm talking about, the job description. What you are going to do. JD, PFA, please find attached JD. The JD is what the short term for job description. They're looking for 4 to 6 years of Salesforce development professional with the skill set and all. Okay, if you apply for a different profile, they will be having a different job description. Without reading the job description, having a one simple resume, don't keep send the same resume for all the job. Okay, it is a kind of lazy stuff. Why you are being lazy when you need a job? Read the job description, understand what exactly they need, then fine tune your resume according to that. Maybe you can add key skills. Okay, suppose you have a good skill on LWC or you have a good skill on the data security and all. If they have mentioned in their job description, highlight that. Okay, they will find, okay, this is the profile that we want. Okay, let's shortlist. Okay, and sending an email without subject body, please do that. And don't keep unnecessary things in resume. That unnecessary in the sense, just because your friends have this, or just because you got some resume from random LinkedIn connections and all, you don't need to keep all the stuff what they have kept in their resume. It's suitable for them. It's not mandatory that it should suits you. Keep in your profile, in your resume, what you know or what you are well aware of, what you have implemented. Only if you're having a implemented knowledge in the topics, you keep it in a resume. Don't simply keep it in a resume and keep apply for this. Okay. All right. So we have two things that we have to discuss in detail. One is what you have to do before interview and what you have to do after the interview. But still, we have two more trainees who got good job opportunity in a company, and currently they are working for a company. They are here to share their experience on not only on interview, their experience on once you get into the company or you get into the any organization, what and all you have to do and how they are here to share their working experience with us. We have our trainees Anupriya and Divya with us. So let me take this moment. I stop my screen. Okay, first we go with Anupriya. Hi Anupriya, you there? Good morning.
Hi, bro. Good morning.
Okay, pa. So if you are comfortable, you can share yours. You can turn on video and you can start with you. We just want to hear from you, like your working experience so far. Okay. Hi, Anu. How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So, Anu, you can introduce yourself.
Hi. Good morning to everyone. Myself, Anupriya. I am from Sirgari. I am also one of the training in AJ Skill Development. Currently, I am working for Cube84 as a Salesforce Junior Developer. That's about myself. I am going about my experience. Actually, I was joined in Cube84 as July 5th at last year. In that company, I have I have 9 months of experience. In my training period, I can learn all the topics, all the topic basics, and hands-on experience in uh, some topics. Like up to batch only, I have hands-on experience. In that time, I can select for இந்த டைமில் தான் நான் வந்து கியூப் 84 செலக்ட் ஆனேன். நான் செலக்ட் ஆனப்போ எனக்கு கொடுத்த ஃபர்ஸ்ட் டாஸ்க்கு என்ன அப்படின்னா பேட்ச் தான். பேட்ச்சில் அவங்க எனக்கு வந்து பேசிக்ஸ் ஓரளவு தெரியும். ஹேண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் ப்ராக்டிஸில் ஓரளவுக்கு எனக்கு நம்பிக்கை இருந்தது அது பண்ணலான்னு. பட் அவங்க கொடுத்த டாஸ்க் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கிரிட்டிக்கலாக இருந்துச்சு. ஸோ அப்போது வந்துட்டு எனக்கு வந்துட்டு அதை பற்றின ஒரு ஐடியாவே இல்லை. ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் நான் போயிட்டு என்னோட சீனியர் டெவலப்பர்ஸ் கிட்ட ஐடியா கேட்டேன். அவங்க வந்து எனக்கு ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 20% தான் அவங்க கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. ஏன்னா என்னோட எஃபர்ட் எப்படி இருக்கு, அதுக்காக நான் என்ன எஃபர்ட் போடுறேன் அப்படின்றத அவங்க பார்க்கணுன்றதுக்காக ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஒரு 20% கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. அதுக்கப்புறம் அதை நான் ஒரு 50% எஃபர்ட் போட்டதுக்கப்புறம் அவங்க வந்துட்டு ஓகே அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் எனக்கு ஃபர்தராக ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க. இப்போ நம்ம வந்து சீனியர் டெவலப்பர் அவங்களோட ஃபர்தர் ஹெல்ப் இருந்தாலுமே மோஸ்ட்லி அவங்களே டிபெண்ட் பண்ணி இருக்கணும்னு இல்லை. நம்மளுக்கு கூகுள் இருக்கு. ஸோ கூகுளில் நம்மளோட ரெக்குயர்மெண்ட்டுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி நம்ம கூகுளில் சர்ச் பண்ணோம் அப்படின்னா அதுக்கான ஒரு சொல்யூஷன்ஸ் நம்மளுக்கு கிடைக்கும். அந்த சொல்யூஷனை நம்மளுக்கு தகுந்த மாதிரி நாம் மாடிஃபை பண்ணிக்கிறதுல தான் இருக்குது. அண்ட் இப்படி தான் நான் வந்து என்னோட பேட்ச் டாஸ்க்கு பண்ணேன். லாஸ்ட்டாக எனக்கு இப்போ கொடுத்த ப்ராஜெக்ட் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஆரா காம்போனண்ட்டில் எனக்கு பேசிக்ஸ் மட்டும்தான் தெரியும். பட் அவங்க எனக்கு ஹேண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸும் இல்லை. பட் அவங்க வந்துட்டு எனக்கு ஆரா காம்போனண்ட்ஸில் 13 காம்போனண்ட்ஸ் க்ரியேட் பண்ணணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லி கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. அந்த டைம் எனக்கு வந்து நான் சீனியர்கிட்ட ஹெல்ப் கேட்டேன். அவங்க வேறு ப்ராஜெக்டில் பிஸியாக இருந்ததுனால அவங்களால எனக்கு ஒரு ப்ராப்பராக ஓரளவுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ண முடியல. பட் கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க, இதுதான் வே, இதில் தான் நீ பண்ணணும் அப்படின்ற மாதிரி கைடன்ஸ் கொடுத்தாங்க. அந்த கைடன்ஸும் ப்ளஸ் கூகுள் சர்ச் அதுதான் எனக்கு ரொம்ப மோஸ்ட்டாக ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுச்சு. கூகுளில் நான் சர்ச் பண்ணி எக்ஸ்ப்ளோர் பண்ண தான் எனக்கு வந்து அந்த ஆரா காம்போனண்ட்டோட அந்த யூஸ் அதில் ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் அப்போ தான் வர ஆரம்பிச்சிது. நம்ம கூகுளில் சீனியர்கிட்ட ஹெல்ப் கேட்குறத விட கூகுளில் சர்ச் பண்ண தான் நம்மளுக்கு அதில் வந்து ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட்டே வரும். அப்போ தான் நம்மளால் நிறையா லேர்ன் பண்ணிக்கவும் முடியும். அது ஒன்று நான் இங்கே எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணேன். அதுக்கப்புறம் நான் செகண்டாக எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணது என்ன அப்படின்னா, எதுக்காகவும் ஹெசிடேட் பண்ணக்கூடாது. நம்மளுக்கு ஒரு டவுட் அப்படின்னா நம்ம கண்டிப்பாக சீனியர்கிட்ட கேட்கலாம். அவங்க வந்து ஃபுல்லாகவே நான் ஹெல்ப் பண்ண மாட்டேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்ல மாட்டாங்க. அட்லீஸ்ட் அவங்க ஒரு 20% ஆகுது, 20 to 30% அவங்களோட கான்ட்ரிபியூஷன் இருக்கும், ஒரு கைடன்ஸ் கொடுப்பாங்க. நம்ம அதுக்கு எஃபோர்ட் பண்ணுறோமா இல்லையான்றதை ஃபர்ஸ்ட் அவங்க செக் பண்ணுவாங்க. நம்மளோட எஃபோர்ட்டை பொறுத்து தான் அவங்க நம்மளுக்கு ஹெல்ப் பண்ணுறது இருக்கு. ஏன்னா நாமளும் ட்ரெயின் ஆகணும் அப்படின்றது தான் அவங்களோட பர்பஸ். அது ஒன்று எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் பண்ணேன். அதுக்கப்புறமேட்டு எனக்கு இருக்கிற ஒரு மிகப்பெரிய ரெக்ரெட் என்ன அப்படின்னா, ட்ரைனிங் செஷன்லேயே இந்த ஆரா காம்போனன்ட்ஸ், எல்டபிள்யூசி, டெஸ்ட் கிளாஸஸ் இதெல்லாம் இன்னும் கொஞ்சம் நல்லா பார்த்துருந்தா இப்போ நல்லா யூஸ்ஃபுல்லாக இருந்திருக்கும் அப்படின்னு தோணுச்சு. ஏன்னா நான் வந்துட்டு பேட்ச் வரையும் தான் நல்லா கம்ப்ளீட்டாக எனக்கு வந்து ஹேண்ட்ஸ் ஆன் எக்ஸ்பீரியன்ஸ் இருந்தது. அதனால நான் பேட்ச் வரையும் ஓரளவு மேனேஜ் பண்ணிடலான்னு தான் போனேன். பட் ஆரா காம்போனண்டோட பேசிக்ஸ் எல்லாமே நான் தெரிஞ்சதுனால கூகுள் சப்போர்ட்னால தான் இப்போ இந்த ப்ராஜெக்டை அந்த 13 காம்போனண்ட்டையுமே முடிச்சு கொடுக்குற அளவுக்கு ஒரு கைடன்ஸ் கிடைச்சிது. தட்ஸ் ஆல் about my experience.
Okay. Thank you, Anupriya. Thank you for sharing your experience. Maybe let me just quickly summarize what she has explained so far. See, Anupriya joined AG Skill Development a year back, and she completed her training. And during her training itself, she got a good opportunity with Cube 84, the company currently we are in tied up with them. So when she started doing her projects, right, in her initial days, during her initial days, obviously, whatever you have learned as part of the training, it is not the same concepts or same use cases you are going to encounter during your regular day-to-day job. She also encountered with a different scenario. She reached her seniors. See, when we are reaching the senior, I was a junior and I'm a senior now. I tell you the attitude, how the attitude going to be. When I was a junior, I was expecting my senior to guide me for everything. If I don't know anything, if I go to some person, I want them to help us, guide us, everything. But the attitude was completely changed when I encountered different scenario. The thing is, as a senior, they can only guide you. They cannot come and sit along with you and ask you to write the code line by line. They cannot do all these things because they have their own work to do, right? Because we are not going to share our salary and all with the seniors, right? So obviously they have their own time and they have their own work to do. So they can give only the guidance in the sense how to do, where you can explore, what you can apply. That's it. They cannot sit along with us for all the line by line script. So in the same way, Anu encountered the situation. She reached her senior and they provided a good guidance. With their guidance, and she did a lot of Googling. The more and more you Google, see, whatever the requirement we receive as part of case studies, trial head, super badges, even after you get into the job, everything is available in the Google itself. The thing is how you are going to Google it. Googling is also an art that also need a talent. Okay, if you're a good Googler and you can get all the things from the Google itself, and at the same time you cannot copy paste what and all you are getting from the Google into a script. You need to understand your requirement. You need to understand what exactly you got it from the Google, and you have to customize it and you have to put it. That's it. Okay, everything is available in Google. That is the one key thing she wants to convey. Another thing is never hesitate to ask questions, and this is for the learners as well. I still see there are a lot of people, especially freshers, they're not at all joining the Q&A sessions. If I ask why you are not joining the Q&A session, I'm hesitated. What if I ask some basic question in the Q&A session, and if there are people discussing some other topics, and if I ask this basic question, what they will think of it? Arey yaar, they are also learners. Okay, there is nothing to hesitate. If we keep hesitate, right, we cannot learn anything. At the end of the day, I'm not doing a free business. I'm not doing any charity work here. You are all paying for me, okay? And it is my responsibility. I should clarify all your queries, and also you're paying for me, and you have all the rights to come and join, ask your query, and get it clarified. What is there to hesitate? We have to come out from this kind of a mentality from anything. Never and never hesitate to ask. It is better to ask and you get a bad name. It is absolutely fine. If you keep hesitate, right, we cannot learn. That is actually, it will stop you from a good growth. So in your office or in your, but one thing you have to make sure, before you are seeking someone's help, or you are going to ask someone something from someone, you also make sure you did your part. Maybe there is a case study or there is a project requirement, you don't have an idea at all, but you should have done some groundwork on that. Like, okay, I have done I have seen a similar script like this. I seen a similar method like this. This is how I did. If you are going to approach your senior or trainer or someone, approach them with this attitude. Sir, I have done so far this. This is the only place that I am getting trouble, because I have done all these things, but this is something I'm not sure of it. So could you please help now, or could you please guide now? Yes, they will do. But if if you're not at all doing anything, you're simply go and share the screenshot and asking doubt, or sharing the screen and asking that, the first question everyone what will ask is, okay, tell me your part, what you have done, what you got understand. If you are simply saying no, go and explore first, then come. This is what the answer you will get from the seniors most of the time. Even if you look at our training methodology, this is what we are being followed. It is everything is already available in the video, already available in the use cases. But still, if you have a query, our first question is, okay, tell me what is your understanding, okay, and where exactly you get lost, or where exactly you find it is not you are not able to understand. From there, we can help you. If you simply come and join and ask, I have this passage, but you never read the passage, but simply come and ask, please help me. Obviously, it's a human tendency, right? So please approach anyone with your groundwork, then approach, they will definitely help. So this is what being conveyed from Anupriya. And thank you, Anupriya, for joining and giving your experience and tips for people once they join company, what they have to follow. Maybe this will help many on the same. Thank you so much. And we have another trainee with us, Divya. Hi, Divya. You there?
Yeah, yes.
Hey, hi, Divya. Good morning, Divya. Divya, if you're comfortable, you can share. I mean, you can go on video and you can share your experience. Please introduce yourself and share your experience, Divya. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hi. Good morning to everyone. I'm Divya Kumar. I'm one of the AJSD development trainee. And currently, I'm working in Cube 84 as a Salesforce developer. And I would like to share my real-time experience with you all. For the beginning, first 2 to 3 weeks, they conducted KT sessions for us for which project we are going to be up. Like it's an first I gonna Aura component project only. So they gave me 80 sessions for Aura components, and in the time you have to learn more knowledge about Aura. It's very helpful to create a component in an Aura by own itself. And then or else nowadays the process builder gonna end, right? So all the process builder configuration are changed into flows. So you all guys are learning flows in training itself, means it's very big helpful for you. So learn flows everybody. And then in development side, you have to write Apex class in the sense you create a test class, because if you have a task or any requirement in the sense, we are going to be created in the sandbox only, right? First. So once we deployed in the sense, if you write any Apex class in the sense, definitely you write test class, then only we have to deploy. So even you create a file and codes for Apex class in the sense also, you have to write test class for it. The best practice. It's very helpful for you also. And yeah, in a daily stand-up call also there. So if you have feel any roadblocks in the sense, you ask in that stand-up call. The seniors are definitely help you, but they will only want you how you can approach it, and what are the things you did and tried. That's only they want, not you complete this task in 1 or 2 days. They don't want like you just tried it and do your best, and they want us. And yeah, in development side, Aura component and LWC you learn means much better for you. And then yeah, for interview propose, they ask like definitely they ask a comparison question and count question mainly, like how many field history tracking we have created in an object, and how many lookups will, like count question they definitely ask, and differentiation questions also they ask. So mostly you have to prepare like this only. Yeah, these and
Okay.
mainly data security also important. You learn those stuff.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Divya. Thank you for sharing your company experience. Okay. You can go on. You can stop your video. Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Yeah. So if you look at Anu and Divya's feedback, right? They keep insisting about Aura components, right? The reason why companies are still using Aura components, right? There are projects, old projects still exist. Okay, the clients don't want to migrate to LWC because they are already comfortable in Aura, or it is already well built in Aura. They want to just do small enhancement. They don't have time to rebuild that into LWC. When it comes to learning, yes, we keep insist people to learn LWC. If you learn LWC, then you still have a time. Learn Visual Force page, Aura component. These are the old UI methodology and systems available in Salesforce. If you still have a time, you can learn. At least learn the basics, not everything. Once you learned all the topics, you still have a time, you learned those basics. And test classes. This is a kind of one crucial part in a real-time scenario. You should know how to write the test classes, because whatever the customization you do, you have to write the test class. Definitely you cannot skip test class, you cannot skip Apex, you cannot skip trigger, you cannot skip nowadays, you cannot skip lightning flows as well. So data security, lightning flows, Apex trigger, asynchronous Apex, LWC, these are some mandatory topics one should aware of. Apart from that, these are the topics. I'm sharing my screen. These are the topics. If you have the fundamentals, your fundamentals are clear, and you have a very good implementation knowledge on this topic, it is well and good. That's going to makes your life easier. That helps you to stop your searching a lot in Google. If you already have the knowledge on this topic, that will definitely help you to go do your after work. I'm talking about maybe what and all we have to do before the interview. Okay, we got a good LinkedIn connection, we got a resume and all, we applied for a job, we got a interview, we got our interview scheduled. Maybe tomorrow is the interview, or the next week you have an interview. First thing, prepare a good tell about yourself. That should sound like you got trained in Salesforce or you have experience in Salesforce. Okay, maybe if you are a fresher applying for a Salesforce trainer, introduce yourself like, hi, I'm Ashok Raj. I got trained in AJ skill development for Salesforce for 4 months. During my training, I have completed these many super badges, and part of my training, I have completed these are some real time projects. I got proficient in automations like workflow, process builder, and data security. Whatever you have given in the resume, tell about them. You should sound like you got trained in Salesforce. The same way, if you say you are experienced in Salesforce, if I ask you, okay, please tell about yourself. I'm so and so. I got 8 years of experience. I worked for 3 different companies as a senior Salesforce developer. As my first company, I worked for this so and so client. These are my roles and responsibilities. In my second company, these are my roles and responsibilities. I'm a 6X certified Salesforce developer. Very recently, I completed these super badges. I have if you ask me to rate myself, they will ask, rate yourself out of the scale of 5 out of the 10 on Apex or administration. Give a proper rating. Out of 5, I will rate myself 4 for Apex. I rate myself 5 out of 5 in my configuration skill set. If you're really confident, you can tell 5 out of 5. If you're not sure, you can give 4. So like that, you have to explore, you have to tell about yourself well. Then the very next thing is, what is what question? For all these topics, please prepare that what is that what is what question. Okay, if you are an AJ skill development trainee, you should have access to this folder. In that, even while Sasi talking and Paneerselvam talking, right, they were insisting about one interview questions, right? This is what the interview questions. This is something we have prepared and we have prepared by our own. It has almost all the interview questions you're going to face. What is developer edition? What is governor limit? What is, all the what is what question about all the topics you see here. For all these topics, you will get the what is what solutions also here. You don't need to buy heart, or you don't need to remember, just learn these things. What are the licenses available? At least if you are able to articulate the word, one simple question, every fresher will come across. What is Salesforce? They're not going through behind this. Salesforce is a CRM, cloud CRM. That's it. If they ask more about, okay, tell me more, they are not able to tell more about that. You can tell about when Salesforce is a company. First of all, Salesforce is a company. It is started in 1999 by so and so, and they started with a SaaS product, and it's a company. They are providing cloud-based CRM solutions. They have different products like Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud. Now they are the #1 CRM in the world. Likewise, you can keep talk about that. Okay, what is CRM? What is cloud? As a fresher, you will definitely encounter with these questions, and we also have answer for this question. It is available in this drive, in this PDF. Please go through it before you apply for, before you go for any interview. Okay. So next thing is, be aware of Salesforce latest release and updates. Salesforce will give releases once in 4 months, like winter, spring, summer. Okay, whatever the current release going on, please, you can Google about it. What is Salesforce latest release? There are many blogs that they are giving Salesforce release updates. Salesforce latest releases. Spring 22 product release, winter 22. So likewise, if you want to get the highlights, right, set for latest release highlights. There are many blogs you can find. They have written about highlights. Highlights in the sense, See, release is nothing but it is a product update. We know WhatsApp, they're updating their product. We know if you're using mobile phone, they're updating on Android version. The same way, Salesforce also upgrade their product. So what is the new thing they have introduced? That is something you can learn from these release highlights. You don't need to learn all the highlights. You can learn only from the development and admin perspective. There are many product Salesforce have, right? You don't need to learn everything. At least from the admin point of view, development point of view, you can learn what are all the latest releases going on, what are the new things they have been introduced. Then prepare well about projects you worked on and your roles and responsibilities. As mentioned, whatever you have given in your roles and responsibilities in your resume, you have to prepare well on that. Then prepare well on challenges or exceptions you face technically. Definitely they will ask you a question. Maybe if you're a beginner or even an experienced professional, you'll get this question. Okay, you are saying that you already got experience in Apex Trigger, Apex Batches and all. Tell about some scenario which you find it very challenging one. What was the challenge and how did you overcome the challenge? These things you cannot Google and do it. You have to do real-time projects, what and all we have given, case studies and project. You have to do that, then only you will get that experience. With that experience, you have to tell. The next thing is best practices. Whenever, whatever you do, Salesforce has its own best practices. Apex Trigger, Apex Batch, whatever you do, it has the best practices to be followed. You have to follow the best practices. Then, if you are going to apply for any company, just go and Google about it. If there is a company, or maybe let's take example of CloudBiz, where recently 2 of our candidates got joined. Go and learn about the company. Okay, you can learn about what is their product, services. Definitely they will ask you, okay, have you heard about our company, what we are doing? If you tell about the company and their progress, right, they will get impressed. So these things you must prepare before applying for an interview. Maybe once your interview is over, after the interview, note down all the questions they have asked. Whatever the question they asked, please note down all the question and have a notepad. Keep post all the question, and the very next day work out all the question. If they're asking something and you don't have idea, no problem, note it down. The very next day, learn about it, implement it. Maybe they are asking some question like this. Maybe Sasi has told, right, how to deactivate the users for certain days, 7 days or 6 days. He don't have an answer by the time. Maybe if you also encounter similar question, note down the question, Google about it, and you try that one. How to deactivate the user, how to freeze the user. You can do it, right? So whenever you give any interview, see, clearing your first interview itself, it's a very big thing. If you're doing that, I'm really glad. But if you're not getting clear, that is absolutely fine. Keep attend the interview once you're fully prepared. Note on all the questions asked and implement the questions on your own. Then attend the interview with that implementation knowledge. If they ask you yes or no question, you cannot say randomly yes or no. They will ask the fact. If they ask, can I create can I bring a formula field into the report? If you are having a report, can you bring your formula field in the report? Without you're trying, if you say yes or no, they will ask, are you sure? Then you will say no. Okay, don't do that. Give a try. Create a report, add a formula field in a report, see whether it is coming or not. If it is coming, fine. Coming. If it is not coming, just go. So implement everything and give that knowledge to them. So these are some mandatory topics. I'm going to share this slide with you all in the drive itself. This slide will be available in the same drive, interview preparation folder here. Okay, you can make use of this. When it comes to salary part, the current trend as of 2022, if you're total IT experience and cross 5, maybe you have 5 years of experience, you will get 25 lakhs maximum. I'm giving the average. If you are minimum 5 cross 3, 15 lakhs as minimum. This is the salary package currently being going on in the industry. Maybe for fresher from 2.5 to 5.5, they are offering. It may go high. It never come down. It may go high. Okay, because considering the Salesforce scopes and all, it may go high. I think we have covered almost all the things. Okay, now we have a few more minutes. If anybody have any questions in the topics we have discussed so far, please raise your hand. We can go one by one. I go with Prashant. Yes, Prashant.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Prashant.
Hello. Sir, in most of the companies, they ask about scenario-based questions.
Yes.
So, do you have any platform to prepare for that type of question?
Okay, you're asking about scenario based. Okay.
Yes,
See,
scenario-based
the
question.
scenario based questions, we can give our answers, provided we have given a lot of use cases for you to work out, right? If you have worked out all these use cases, it is enough. Make sure you have worked out all these use cases we have given. Admin use cases, and development use cases, real-time projects. If you worked out these projects, it is enough for you to appear for the scenario-based question. Even at the worst case, if they ask some scenario-based question, at least you, with this worked out knowledge, right, you would be in a position to tell them how you can approach it. You need not to give your 100% answer here. Only thing is, I want to look into your approach. As a fresher, your approach would be different. As a senior, if you say I'm having 3 years experience, right, your approach should be different. So that approach you will get only by doing these use cases as a implementation. When you start doing, especially these real-time projects, when you start implementing these projects, you will get that approach knowledge. So you have to start do the use cases and real-time project to face real-time scenario questions, because these are real-time projects that will give you the real-time experience.
Okay, okay, sir. And sir, do you have any need of a complete project?
Sorry?
As a fresher?
If you're appearing for a fresher, you don't need to do these projects. Okay. If you do use cases alone, it is here.
Okay. But if interviewer asks about project, then what is
Why?
our
See,
answer?
how interview will ask the project? You are saying you are a fresher. How they will ask about project?
Okay.
Maybe you can tell like this: as part of in my academy, in Rager Skill Development Academy, I got trained for 4 months or 6 months. These are the use cases I worked on. No way in the world for fresher they will ask about the project they worked on, because they are fresher. They don't have experience.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, you're welcome. Others, do anybody have any questions with regards to interview preparation? Anything you want to ask?
Yeah, I have sure.
Yes, Marishwar.
Yeah, so I'm having 4+ of years of experience in a different domain. I'm currently working in MNC. So like after our training, so I want to, like, as you suggested, I would like to, appear as a fresher in a Salesforce. So like the top MNCs will, consider me, though I don't have experience, only, the training hands-on knowledge.
No, not like this. See, you are having experience in IT, right?
Yeah.
Okay. If you're having experience in IT, make sure you got all this knowledge. If you got all this knowledge, if someone works in 3 years or 4 years in IT, they will get this knowledge. I mean, in Salesforce, they will get this knowledge. And I recommend you to complete at least one certification, PD1 certification. Having PD1 certified and you are well aware of this topic, you can very well switch your job, and you can also expect the same hike as other Salesforce developers do. And I also recommend you to do the projects which we have just shown you, right? At e-commerce, insurance, or other manufacturing. You can also mention, you can tell them that these are the projects I have done part of my training. You ask me any questions out of it, I will answer. And these are the topics I'm well aware of it, and I have done implementations too. You ask me anything about the sandboxes, best practice of sandboxes. If you ask me to write a test class, I can write now. So if you have that attitude and you have a confidence, right, you can very well appear for any outside job. You can also expect the same hike as other Salesforce developers do. Because at the end of the day, I'm not going to give additional training for you. You're going to join the company right from the day one. You're going to start supporting my projects. So this is for IT professionals who want to switch job. Make sure you complete all these topics, including basics of Visual Force page or an integration. Whenever the recruiters approaching us, when I tell them we have cross-trained people from IT also, okay, if they are aware of integration basics also, we will consider. Because if you The more and more you are going to add these topics in your resume, the more and more your profile standard also will go high and your salary also go high. Got it?
Yeah. Thank you, Ashok.
Yeah, thank you. Others, do anybody have any questions before we wind up? Nobody have any questions? Hi, Feroz. Yes, Feroz.
Hi, Ashok. So moving from a non-IT background, so I'm calling from US based on the situation, this guide. I'm moving from non-IT background. So in situation in US, is it possible to have completing the certificate and knowledge in all the mandated topics and completing the use cases and completing the project what you have given in the AJSD. So with this, I can prepare my resume and I can project me as a fresher, or do I need to project me as an experienced one?
See, when it comes to US market, we have to agree this one because they're not preferring freshers. Because most of the time in US, we approach via consultant, not as a direct employee or employee. They don't comes into the direct engagement. Maybe subject to our visas and all, that is completely a different story. Wherever we go, there would be a consultant would act as a bridge between us and the employer, a direct employer. So they prefer only experienced professional. They're not preferring US. That's a sad part in US, UK, or Canada, where they need a certification, they need a experience as well. Whereas in India, story is entirely different. They're not looking for experience, they're not looking for career gap, they're not looking for certification, they're fine with everything. Obviously, you need to keep some experience. If you want to keep some experience, these projects will be helpful, whatever the projects we have given, right? But make sure you got the good technical skill set. For example, you are going to keep 3 years of experience, and I'm going to ask you the questions about sandboxes. Have you worked on sandboxes? Tell about the best practice you follow for sandboxes. Have you done a sandbox refreshment and all? What are the daily work you will do? And what is your roles and responsibilities? These are the typical experienced professional question you will come across. You have to answer all these questions. You can answer all these questions only when you have a good implementation or all these topics, as well as you got at least one project, full project implementation.
Okay.
All right. Anything else? Anybody have any questions? Are we good to wind up this session? வேற யாருக்காவது ஏதாவது கொஸ்டின் இருக்கா? தமிழ்ல கேட்கணும்னாலும் கேட்கும்.
This is Surya.
Yes, Surya.
I have a question now.
சொல்லுங்கப்பா.
After the interview is getting over, what kind of question can I ask to interviewer?
To interviewer.
Yeah.
Okay, same. I tell what I have asked this because it's subject to the situation. The first question I mean, in my first interview, second, I asked him, how did I perform? Okay, but being a technical interview, we know how did we perform. Maybe we can ask like, how did I perform? Have I met your expectation? Or do you have any suggestions for me? Maybe you perform a little bit low, if you still feel that, right? And you can ask him, because the one who is going to do the technical interview, obviously a senior for you. Okay, most of the time. So you can ask him, suggestions. Maybe if there is a scenario based question he asked, okay, and you don't have an idea at all, maybe you can ask him the same. Maybe if he has a time, you can ask him, okay, you asked this question, I tried, but I'm not able to get the proper solution. But if you have time, can you please explain me that one? You can ask the solution from him itself, rather than we are asking in the Google. If he has a time, if he is also a good interviewer, right, he will definitely spend some time and give you the solution. No matter, as long as we are having an attitude of learning, this will shows your attitude of learning. Okay, maybe if you still find that you're not sure about certain questions, right, you note down the question and you can ask the question to them. Can I have your 5 minutes, please? I just want to have a quick chat with you. You asked about this question, right? I tried, I know, but I just want to confirm whether the answer is correct or not, or I still not sure about how this can be implemented. Could you please explain me if you have a time? You can ask him. Obviously, we cannot ask solutions for all the questions he asked, but 1 or 2 questions, if you still find it is critical and not sure, you can ask it. Okay.
Okay. Other than that, can I ask about the projects they are undergoing currently, or about the work environment?
Yes. See, such questions are welcome because, to be honest, no way such questions are going to change my perception of your technical skills. For example, if you're doing the interview very poor, but still you're asking this question, just because you ask this question, I'm not going to give high marks. That is another thing. Okay. Even if the interviewers are going to ask your question, okay, do you have any questions for me? You can ask such question. If you want to know more about the company, if you want to know more about the project and all, you can ask. But the thing is, just because you're asking such brilliant question, my perception about you or about your skill set, it's not going to get changed. Okay. So if you want to ask, if you feel free to ask, you can ask. No issues.
Okay. Thanks. That's it.
Okay. So where are doubt? Others, any questions? All right, it's been almost 2 hours, especially in Sundays. I'm really glad that we started with 60 plus participants. Now we are staying with the 27 participants. Fine, guys. So we'll see in some other day. And if anybody have any queries, feel free to call me. You have my number. You have my WhatsApp number. Ping me. We can have a quick discussion. If you're looking for a kind of a career guidance, interview guidance, feel free to reach me. And also try to reach out the community where you are at the Telegram group. If you are going to attend some interview, post it in the group saying that, may I know whether anybody attended an interview in this company, what kind of questions they ask, and also enable the notifications for Telegram as well as Telegram job openings as well as community group, where we keep post about many notifications. Many people are missing out. Unfortunately, they are not using Telegram that much. All right. See you all. And thank you very much. Have a great Sunday. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.